What's going on, Sunshine? We're going to go ahead and get into what's the vibe. The vibe is somebody else is about to eat some humble pie. Now, I do feel as if with this humble pie, of course, it comes with some type of humiliation, but it also comes with an apology. So, an individual could have tried to humiliate you, but I do feel as if that individual is going to eat some humble pie. And if you were in a position to where I heard you should have played your cards right. If you was in a position where you may have tried to humble someone or put somebody on blast or just overlook an individual, I do feel as if, unfortunately, baby, you about to eat some humble pie, especially if somebody was talking shit from a place of ego. Because Spirit said ego's shit talking. And I do feel as if intentionally someone was trying to push another individual's buttons. Okay. Now, boo, I don't know which side y'all fall on this. You know your situation. Okay. You know whether or not somebody was trying to humble you or somebody overlooked you or somebody slighted you in some type of way, made you feel uncomfortable or did something intentionally, or if you were that person to do that. Okay. But baby, somebody's about to eat this humble pie. I do feel like this is a stubborn individual. And I heard an individual say they got the nerve to think that they're heaven sent. So that let me know that it is something about you, whoever this message is for, that this individual feels as if um, you were trying to better yourself. This person may even feel as if you think that you're better than other people, but I feel as if they're projecting their feelings onto you. Especially when I heard um, the individual say they try to pretend like they haven't sinned. So it makes me feel as if like you have triggered some type of insecurity in that individual. You may even make that person feel as if they need to do better with their life, but they're not at a place where they can be accountable for where they are at in life or where things are at within the relationship and why things are the way they are. Now, I was also picking up that somebody was talking shit to individuals that know you by first name basis. Okay. So we're going to find out what this eating humble pie is. I do feel as if spirit has been literally knocking on someone's door or knocking on someone's wall, trying to get their attention, especially while they are in the middle of communicating or either talking from a place of ego. But I don't feel as if that individual is realizing that that is spirit trying to communicate with them. Now, one of y'all do got some problems with your neighbors, loudness. It could be arguing. It could be loud music. It could even be a lot of bumping. Okay. I do pick up on somebody experiencing that. But that ain't just what spirit is telling me. Somebody is going to also experience some knocking, and I do not feel as if it's going to be bumping from a neighbor. Some folks may say, oh, that's just the house settling, or oh, that's the furnace kicking on. No, spirit is deliberately trying to get an individual's attention so that they can be mindful of either what they are saying about a specific person, or either you need to be mindful if it happens to you and you hear the knocking, you need to be mindful of what someone is saying to you. You may also end up experiencing some ringing in the left ear. I do feel as if this situation, yes, it's intentional that someone is trying to push your buttons, but spirit is going to use you to change another person's life. I do feel as if somebody is having to clean their heart. Now, an individual who do have some cardiovascular issues, you may have like you could have gotten some stents placed in your heart, or you could have had like a triple bypass, or that may run in the individual's family. Okay. But I do feel as if like someone's heart chakra is being cleaned out. Okay. Somebody has dealt with a lot of heartache and a lot of pain, but they don't know how to express that. I do feel as if 111, you're going to start to notice a shift. New beginnings also. Okay, so there are some planetary shifts. I do feel as if some of you guys may be dealing with some insomnia. And if you got a retrograde coming up, somebody is definitely going to try to retrograde their ass right back into your life. So be mindful of that. The spirit wants you to either take a step forward in your situation or retrograde back. There's no in between. Clarify the message. I also feel as if somebody may either be eating deer, see a deer, or one of y'all dealing with somebody named Bambi, honey. Deer will be significant. Okay, planetary shifts. Somebody could also be getting into hoodoo. Now, if an individual has done some hoodoo, baby, someone could have been waiting to do some hoodoo around a specific time. This could even be an individual utilizing like the different planetary times in order to do some spiritual work. Mm-hmm. There's a root worker who's dealing with insomnia. I do feel as if some of y'all could also end up getting into energy healing. Now, I do feel as if an individual may be experimenting or trying different herbs. Someone could be drinking different teas during this time. I also feel as if turmeric is going to be significant. Whether this is you utilizing turmeric in a product or you utilizing turmeric in your food. Now, for somebody who's utilizing like some turmeric on your face, you're noticing the changes, you're noticing a glow. You may start to receive a lot of compliments. Now, these cards fell out, bottom of the deck. House of Pain, lucid dreaming. So an individual had to make a sacrifice. And I do feel as if someone is dealing with some pain. Especially a woman, you could be dealing with like a painful menstrual cycle, or you could be dealing with some painful cramps. And I also feel like for my ladies, if you are in a sexual relationship with somebody and they throwing your pH off, spirit has been telling you, you need to sacrifice that connection. I do feel as if for whoever that message is for, you have been doing a lot of lucid dreaming pertaining to a specific individual. I also feel as if someone may be having some painful intercourse. Child, let's just put them cards back, because what the hell? Okay, tell us more. I do see someone who has done some root work. Their candle ended up going out. Like somebody's candle didn't stay lit. And I also feel as if someone is either using incense, or you could be thinking about making your own incense. Just a little side note and a little Kiki, baby. Somebody named Kiki too. But some root worker did some spiritual work, and it's coming back to them. It was a return to sender done, and now that root worker can't sleep. They dealing with some insomnia. They've been using the different songs. Somebody done fuck their own self off. That's what that is, honey. It's a root worker done fuck around and found out, child. I do feel as if this person may be utilizing mojo bags also, or carrying a mojo bag. I just heard for protection, honey. Okay, let's just get back to everybody else. But yeah, it's a rude worker, honey, who's going through it. They worked and came back and bit them in their damn ass. So you got to be careful. Okay, eating humble pie. Hmm. Someone may also need or be getting into Reiki healing, energy healing. I do feel as if you're a feminine energy, there's a masculine. He always comes to you for you to heal him. Whether you recognize that you are an energy healer or not, this person may, they'll reach out and call you. They'll reach out and send you a text message. And after you've interacted, after there has been an exchange of energy, it's like this individual, you lift their spirits up, you got them feeling good, you recharge their battery, and then boom. You don't hear from them until this person is needing to be recharged, motivated, needing that encouragement from you, or just needing you to stroke their ego, baby. Mhm. But I also feel as if you know that that person is coming back. It's as if you recognize that that individual is dependent upon you. And Spirit said things are going to shift within that relationship. Okay. Open roads. So somebody could be doing a road opener. Okay. I do feel like if you have done a road opener, it is successful. I'm also picking up on an individual who may be going out and exploring new metaphysical stores. I do feel as if this is going to be a time also where some of you guys are, you're doing a lot of driving. Okay. Bottom of the deck, spirit possession, having to do shadow work. Okay, so an individual is being forced to do some shadow work and look at the spirit that they themselves possess, especially when it comes to a connection to a prophet. Now, either you are the prophet or someone else is the prophet. And then that would mean that you would be the one doing the shadow work, because this prophet or prophetess, they got spiritual rank. And they are very well, look at this, very well connected in the spiritual realm. But I do feel as if you are a prophet or a prophetess, because the individual has experienced so many toxic Tammies, this could be someone who looks down on your spiritual practices because they don't understand them. If you give tarot readings, this could be an individual, they feel as if you just like all the thousands of other tarot readers. Whatever it is that an individual, whatever you do, it's like this person feels as if you do something that everybody else does. If this is a work situation, this would be someone who could think that you could be replaced when you're irreplaceable. They don't know that you are capable of doing the job that you do or being in the position that you are in because you have spiritual rank, because you have favor, because you have a badge of honor. Baby, you earned your stripes. Everybody don't see your scars. Everybody don't see your wounds. Everybody don't see the stripes that you earned along the journey. Spirit see it though. Mm-hmm. You have a heightened intuition. And this says a spiritual rank held in high regard. And when you are in a position where God has given you authority or spirit or the universe, baby, whoever you believe in, you have to do shadow work. You got to work on yourself. The vessel has to be purified. You got to go through the fire. Fire does what? It's symbolic of purifying the soul or purifying a person. Honey, even you had to fuck around and find out a time or two in life. But now somebody else is about to fuck around and find out. Somebody else is having to eat some humble pie. Okay. And boo, it could be you. I don't know your life. So let's find out these planetary shifts, this insomnia. Spirit telling you that either you're going to take a step forward or you're going to retrograde back. Okay. Here we go with the gang stalking. Shit. You ain't got just one person watching you. What you say, sis? Haven't we been here before? Of course. So just know when Mercury retrograde come back around, here you go with the gang stalking. So you ain't just got one person. You got a couple people that's watching you. And individuals may watch you from different angles, okay? For some, if this is online, somebody may watch your profile from or your page from one profile and then switch to another profile. They may be talking to friends and family members about you, and guess what? Now them friends and family members is doing what? Peekaboo. I see you. What you say? I see you too, bitch. Say, I see you in the spiritual realm before I even seen you in the physical. Now sip that tea. Because remember, you got spiritual rank. And you got new alliances. You got new connections in the spiritual realm. You had to go through the fire. And if you are going through the fire right now, that shadow work that you were going through, Spirit is preparing you for these new alliances. The heightened intuition. Those ascension symptoms that you've been dealing with, the insomnia for some, you just wasn't going through the insomnia just to go through it. You wasn't just waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning just to be waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning, honey. Spirit been talking to you. But now let's just get back to your gang stalkers. Because guess what? New relationships. So for some of y'all, you got new gang stalkers. For others, if you done got into a new relationship, that's where your gang stalking energy is coming from. Organized stalking. Paranoid realities. Okay. So let's find out. Tell us about the hoodoo. You or this individual, you could have, this could be a mole or a scar near your nose. Okay. Poppets in reverse. Now, child, somebody's poppets that they've been making, or like mojo bags that an individual has been making, just a little side note, it ain't working. Okay. And if you are a practitioner and you have done some work for someone, you got clients that's gang stalking you, boo. Okay. Now I'm just going back to the general message. Individuals are gang stalking. Again, they don't have the same beliefs that you may have. These individuals may look at your spiritual practices as something that may be considered either taboo or devious for some. Okay. Bottom of the deck, a recipe for disaster. And who was instigating? Child, talking shit. Look, talking shit and instigating. You know, you don't have to agree with everybody's beliefs, but you might want to be careful speaking on something that you don't know about, right? Because for somebody, it's going to backfire. Look, recipe for disaster, instigator. And this person is very vocal about how they feel. This is also someone who interjects themselves in a conversation and they start asking questions or even insinuating certain things to try to change an individual's mind. or try to change someone's views of another person. One of y'all been using coconut oil. It's a confirmation. Vacation. Okay. Now, I do feel as if some of you guys could be planning a trip. I do feel as if somebody is going to go see a practitioner. And this is going to be either in a different city or definitely a different state. I do feel as if some of you guys who are making travel plans in the future, they're going to be successful. I do see relaxation. I see you taking some time for yourself. And if you've been doing a lot of driving, you're going to end up taking a break from doing as much driving. But now somebody who's about to eat some humble pie, okay, I do feel as if an individual, when it comes to their work sector, they may be being pushed out. There could be a decrease in that person's work hours. If this is someone who works over the road or has a CDL, I feel as if this individual is being forced to take some time off. Okay. Graveyard dirt. You got somebody who's trying to dig up some dirt on you, boo. And spirit is showing that individual by them trying to dig up some dirt on you that they need to do some shadow work. Now, I do feel as if you have gone through a complete transformation. The old you has passed away. You're no longer the same person that you used to be. And some individuals, they're still going through that transformation process. The end of a situation. Things are about to come to an end for you when dealing with this situation. So let's find out, boo, about this eating humble pie. Things are shifting in these individuals' lives. The people that's gang stalking and watching you closely. Watching you ain't gonna heal or help the situation. But these individuals also feel like it ain't gonna harm the situation either if they just sit back and observe and watch. Chill. If you are a practitioner and you give tarot readings and you've been doing some spiritual work, while you're either doing your readings or I don't know if you're doing spiritual work online, like you record it or something like that, a confirmation, you either have a tattoo on the back of your neck or behind your ear. That's a confirmation. Spirit said that's going to turn around and backfire on the individual. Somebody also is not giving individuals the freedom to choose by the work that they do. Child. So what I'm picking up on is there is someone who may be doing, like, this could be attraction spells, okay? Trying to attract you to them. This could even be somebody, let's say if it was a business owner, like they're trying to get you to come to their business or buy certain things. But I do feel as if in the end, that's going to end up backfiring on someone. Now, you don't just see that in spirituality or tarot, but I do feel as if like somebody who openly practices hoodoo. And this individual, they may be heavily into like the different planets and things like that. Like they may talk about Jupiter and Saturn and all of those things. That individual, they trying to go on a vacation, so they're trying to get their money up. But spirit has an issue with the way that the individual is attracting their clients. And that's between you and spirit, because you should be pulling cards any damn ways before you do any spiritual work. So neither here nor there. Okay. But that's going to end up backfiring on the individual. Somebody is very careless. Eight of Swords. Somebody has been in like a mental prison, and an individual has been dealing with some restrictions in their life. Okay. That's a confirmation if you are like a reader or a spiritualist. But this also shows up like if you go and get your nails done. You ever notice when you go into a nail shop, what do you see in the nail shop 9 times out of 10? You see a statue. You may see some money. You may see a Buddha statue there. So it's not just tarot, but it's also going to be, you know, how other people in other cultures may attract wealth to their business. I feel like for a woman, it's a woman who's dealing with that issue. Okay. The different cultures have different ways of practicing spirituality, beliefs, and laws of attraction. So do you, honey. But if it ain't working, okay, what's that telling you? 7 of Swords. Chad, they got the nerve to watch you and then lie about it, honey. So tasteless. It's just the audacity, honey. You said an altar by the cashier, baby. Look, it be in your face plain as day, don't it? Honey, melanated one, you better quit going there, baby. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, but 7 of Swords. So individuals, they've been making plans by gangstalking. Okay, let's just start there. But everything is built upon the 7 of Swords. A damn lie, honey. And then you also have individuals who may watch you and lie to themselves. Chill. Now, I do feel as if somebody is also dealing with some insomnia because of some lies that either they told or lies that they are worried about a truth coming out. 5 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, some hoodoo practitioner done fuck theyself up. Chill. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all sit back and think about it, think about going to someone who told you that they are a hoodoo practitioner and maybe, you know, they have some credible reviews. But for them to get themselves in a situation to where now they are in the 5 of Pentacles, honey, people supposed to come to the healer to be healed. Where does the healer go if they can no longer heal themselves? Now, you do got somebody that's lying about being sick. Okay. They're under the weather. They're ill. You're going to find the truth out about that. They ass is lying. You also got somebody who lying, talking about some, they ain't lost their job or they ain't took no ills when it comes to their finances. They have. Okay. And if you have been dealing with some financial struggles, somebody went to a practitioner, boo. Especially if you've been dealing with some headaches or you have been feeling like extremely anemic or cold. Confirmation. Okay. King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in reverse. Child, low vibrational. This is somebody who is not very caring, not very loving. And this could be somebody who at times could be like emotionally manipulative. 2 of Swords. So it's a lot of shit that you ain't even aware or privy to. Bottom of the deck. I do feel like right now you guys are having to rely on your intuition. And for some of y'all, baby, you don't even know how much shadow work an individual really is having to go through. Like how deep the trauma actually is. You may see some surface level shit with the individual, and you like, yeah, they need to work on that. They need to do some shadow work. But honey, it's more than just the surface level shit. Some of you guys may feel as if you're not in a position to be able to make a decision right now because you don't have all of the information that you need, which again is why you're having to rely on your intuition. Somebody also doesn't know where to start or how to start when it comes to doing shadow work and working on themselves. Even beginning to work on cleansing and healing the heart chakra. Okay. And what y'all can't see is that, baby, somebody ain't happy. And if this is your situation, you could be trying to figure out why you're not happy. Somebody could be dealing with some depression, unresolved issues. I feel as if there was a fight, but it really wasn't a fight. You know, one of them situations that you have with an individual where it's like, maybe y'all disagreed, or maybe they said something that pissed you off, but y'all really didn't have words. Like it was a fight, but it really wasn't no fight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's a fire sign who's like, you really don't want no problems with them. Aries, Leo, Sag, baby. Big Leo energy. Mm-hmm. I do feel like somebody could be cleaning their ears out with some Q-tips, or like somebody is using some Q-tips right now for something. It's not for everybody. I do feel as if a low vibrational water sign man is going to end up either losing their job, or this person could fall ill. I do feel as if you may be sick and tired of hearing someone's lies and excuses also. Okay. I do feel like whoever this King of Cups is, this is somebody who loves to travel. Okay. I do feel as if someone is like no longer drinking. So maybe this person, for some of y'all, before this person got sick, they used to drink ever so often, but now they don't really drink, is what I hear. Okay. I'm also picking up on an absentee father. Mm-hmm. I do feel as if somebody is needing to take some medication, but they don't have anything to drink to take the medication. Mm-hmm. So Saturday and Sunday is going to be significant. Okay, the lies that were told were meant to disrupt your life. And some type of plans that an individual may have made could have been also to disrupt your life or to get back at you. I heard somebody's wayward ways. Now, if you purchase some poppets and you might want to get rid of them poppets, because that's what's contributing to the financial struggles. That's somebody who actually purchased a poppet. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have your own metaphysical store, you might end up taking the poppets out of your store. I do feel as if there's a water sign who's being removed from your path, for some of you guys, from your life. Or you're going to take like some time away from that person, or you won't talk to that person for some time. I do feel like when this person like is traveling, they're going to be in the passenger seat. Something about an individual riding in the passenger seat. Now, if you're a masculine energy watching this, Your finances are being impacted by some chick that you talking to. And I do feel as if one of y'all may um the Fugees is playing. One of y'all may be dealing with like a woman. She's very beautiful. Um, but she could be sick. I don't know if she knows this. This person could also be a tomboy or have tomboyish ways. I do feel as if one of you guys is going to end up looking for like your child's toys and you can't find it and you don't have the money to replace it. The father, if the father is a water sign man, they took it. Okay. So things are about to shift, especially when it comes to the gang stalkers. They've been lying. An individual ends up either losing out financially or somebody is dealing with some type of illness, eating humble pie because of the lies. Someone is on a journey to try to find themselves, or they will be by the end of all of this with this open roads and vacation. It's like somebody is taking some time to find themselves. But again, with the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck, you don't see this because this situation is dead to you. Okay. Okay, Spirit. You've done your shadow work. Boom. Got it. Okay. So you've done your shadow work. There are some situations that right now you just kind of look past. If it's anything dealing with drama, you don't have time for it because you have spiritual rank. And some things are just not of importance when spirit has given you either a new assignment or something else to focus on. So you're not focused on the gang stalkers and the lies or their plans. You know that everything happens in seasons and you know eventually things will shift. The head will be the tail, the first will be the last. And things are shifting. Now, I do feel like if somebody is like sick or ill with this hoodoo card, you may not necessarily practice hoodoo because I don't feel as if whoever I'm talking to actually practices hoodoo. But what you don't realize is that you practicing herbalism may be connected to ancestral roots of individuals practicing hoodoo. So someone utilizes different herbs. You could even have a herb book that's going to be a confirmation, or you have old remedies, old school remedies, as some would say, that you may use, or information you may give to other people to help them to heal. Mm-hmm. You helping somebody save money that they don't have. And I do feel as if uh, bone health is going to be significant. I do feel as if there's an older woman who could benefit from some type of like, this could be a natural herb or a concoction that someone makes. Okay, I also heard your 5 strongest herbs. And one of y'all been using some Damiana? Hmm. Okay, I just heard some arrowroot. Why was okay? I hope you ain't giving that to nobody, but hmm. Okay, I also feel as if somebody is going to end up stop drinking beer because it's giving them a headache or it's messing with their mental state, is what I just heard. Someone may even just get to a point to where they realize like they wasting money on beer. And I don't know whether or not they finished the beer or what, but I feel like somebody is pouring some beer out. Okay. Hmm. The expression on somebody's face right now. Spirit said, Spirit gonna go all the way with somebody. Spirit is going to take it there with someone. Again, somebody's being forced to eat that humble pie. Somebody is going to have to apologize for the lies. And someone tried to humiliate an individual with lies. But they couldn't control themselves, nor could this individual, even with the lies, actually harm you or have an impact on your finances. Confirmation if it starts raining where you're at. That's a confirmation to this message. Before we head out of here. Oh, wow, I didn't know it was 11. Before we head out of here, we're going to go ahead and switch up your playlist because, again, it is What's the Bible? Okay. So let's find out about somebody eating some damn humble pies. And look, nothing in this world, this person don't want to eat them humble pies. Somebody don't want to admit the fact that they lied or were dishonest. Next song is Stuttering by Jasmine Sullivan. Ain't that song? Now they stuttering when they gotta admit they wrongs. But okay, let's give you a fresh start. Let's switch it up, okay? A house is not a home, baby. Okay. And you know that's Luther Vandross. So eating some humble pie. This is a situation where an individual, a house not being a home. They don't feel comfortable with where they at. I also feel as if someone could be dealing with the outer body experience. And I don't care how nice the individual's actual home may be, okay, or how nice the house may be. It doesn't feel like a home. A home is loved, has that good positive energy, laughter, good times, bad times, right? But your home is your place of peace. And I don't feel like somebody has peace in their actual home, and somebody don't have peace when it comes to their life, because your body is also the house for the soul. So a house ain't a home. Next, you got healing therapy. So somebody is having to heal. Somebody could be going to therapy or even thinking about it. You got somebody so into you. Now, if you leave your home and you don't have cameras, make sure that you pay attention to your neighbors, because, baby, your neighbors is paying attention to you. Okay? Mm-hmm. Somebody is so into you, but check this out. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Whatever somebody is planning, it ain't gonna work. And you got people so into you trying to come up with lies, not even realizing that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. For he that is greater in you is greater than anything that the world throws at you. And look at this. Come through. Come through what God made. God is going to make an individual, for some of you guys, come through for you. Show up when they didn't want to show up or want to do it. For some, God is going to make an individual apologize to you. And look at this. What you say? I'm ready. Honey. All the disrespect, baby. It's real loud. So where your apology at? Make that shit louder. Okay. You ready? Cause you wanna know? And one of y'all dealing with a light-skinned man. Somebody got a J or a C, first middle, last initial. Confirmation, baby. Definition of a man. Look at this. Take me to the king. Did you take somebody to the king? Look at this. Look. You can't make this up. Never lie. You see what's on your playlist? Never lie, baby. Somebody also was all up in the individual's head, playing with them mentally, telling the individual lies. Now, baby, this could be you. You could be like, sus, somebody was telling me lies about an individual, and I didn't know. I didn't know until I started watching the person. I didn't even know that I was gang stalking the individual. I was just trying to find out the truth in the situation. And then you come to the realization that somebody was playing with your top by telling you lies. And this could be pertaining to somebody that is close to you or somebody that means a lot to you, but those lies changed everything. And even in that, it's a lesson for you to learn. Believe none of what you hear, baby, and half of what you see. Let your experiences with people be based upon your experience and not somebody else's opinions or beliefs or lies. Because there will be times in life where lies will be told about you. And people will judge your character whether you care or not, whether you know or not. And you would hope that an individual had enough sense to come to you and get clarity. It's a cycle of life, baby. We all go through it. We all learn lessons at different points within our life. But it brings you wisdom. So look, somebody also got into an individual's head and lied and said that somebody was touched. Now that's definitely giving the vibe of an individual being touched inappropriately. Just say never lie. What's going on, Libra? The makings of you. You're the one, you. Never lie. All right, bro. All right, so somebody gonna be eating some humble pie. Immature, okay. Real immature, Divine Jane. But it is what it is. Let's just find out somebody else eating humble pie. What's going on with y'all? Okay, give you a little quick 1-2 about you. Walked out of heaven. Oh shit. Now hold on. Let's find out. Are they walking out of heaven for you? Or what they walking out of heaven for? What's your ancestors doing? Oh. So they walked out of heaven. Check this out. The next song. Yo, everything. Look at this. Ancestors coming for you, everything. Have you seen her? By the time the night is over, thinking out loud, forgive them, Father. So now somebody is praying and asking for forgiveness on everything, more than anything. Talk to her. I'm still in love with you. Don't leave me. Child, you could rock somebody tonight, honey. Nice for what? You dealing with a Scorpio? This individual trying to make peace with you. Spirit said, lean back. I said lean back, honey. Now they want to be your friends. You will, what you say, you will, good and plenty, whether you want to lean back or not. Damn. That's crazy. Good and plenty. Somebody need to heal. Somebody was talking shit about an individual, but a love, honey. Talking about somebody. Now, whether that's a same-sex relationship or what somebody likes to do sexually. Okay. It was a whole lot of talk about it. What Spirit said last night hit different. Now, this is the thing for one of y'all, baby. This has to do with somebody that's, again, in the beginning, remember I said somebody know you by name. Spirit about to have you lean all the way back. Your ancestors, your spiritual team. Now, for those of you who are prophets and prophetess, remember we talked about new alliances. So you got some new goons on your squad. That's not funny. You said, girl, why you honey? I think we out in the OGs on the block. We done all been around long enough to know that, man, when them ancestors get a hold of your ass, honey, because the ancestors done had to get a hold of everybody. They had to get us all together before. Okay. So you already know. Look, your ancestor said, all I do is win. Spirit about to drag your everything. And for some of y'all, this might even be your own people in your inner circle. Family members, friends. But you're also going to know that those are the individuals who are about to eat some humble pie. Yeah. And then this is somebody who, again, they stubborn because they like, yeah, they did it for sure. Somebody feel like they can do without you, but they just don't realize that, baby, you a real one. Jagged edge. So many people fumbled you. And see, this is the kind of person who would say, if I ever met a real one, I would never fumbled it, honey, and didn't even know that they met you a real one and fumbled you. It's about to be a plot twist. What's going on, H-Town? Spirit said, keep your head up, baby. Somebody was trying to be a savage. I do feel as if somebody is a cancer sign, but I also feel as if somebody may be having signs of cancer symptoms, or somebody is going to go and get checked for cancer. An Aquarius is going to be significant. A Virgo is going to be significant. And the state of Texas is going to be significant, especially the city of Houston. Somebody's also dealing with some hot flashes, or somebody just feels really warm or really hot. The clock is ticking. That's what Spirit said. Keep your head up. Yeah. And whatever somebody is in, whatever they're going to deal with, it's going to make a man of a masculine energy by the month of August. Everything that was meant for your bad is going to turn out for your good. I'm telling y'all, it's going to end up raining outside. That's going to be a confirmation to this message. God favored you. And nobody knows that. Child. See, God was hiding his precious gem, honey. But look at this. For you, God favored you. And nobody knows. Say love, Superwoman. So for my ladies, baby, you like Superwoman. You trying to save the day for every damn body. And for some of y'all, you trying to save everybody. And Spirit said you can't save everybody. And it's a water sign, honey. They just running their damn mouth, or at least they think they are. They never keeping secrets. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Well, by August, it's gonna make a man out of somebody, honey. I love you guys. Your ancestors about to cut up. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of glad that spirit hid you, the gem that you are. Because see, people should automatically just treat everybody with respect. But see, now somebody got to find out the hard way, honey. So look, you just keep doing you, because you're doing something right. All right, you got gang stalkers, and now you got the spiritual realm. Done walked out of heaven, honey. Let me find. I just real quick. See, now you got me nosy, and then we're gonna head over to the website. I just want to find out about your new alliances in the spiritual realm. What they talking about? Okay, because if your ancestors said lean back, then I mean, what they talking about? Oh shit, they love you. Okay. Oh, look why they love you, boo. Look, because you practice what you preach. Period. I found love. Okay. Oh, they said they ready, no problem. Oh, they on one. Who is these new ancestors? What's going on, Pisces? Mm-hmm. Tamar Braxton is a Pisces. I don't know what Neo is. Oh, child. Oh, they about to rise up, honey. Mm-hmm. Said you don't want zero problems. Ancestors said rise up. Age ain't nothing but a number. Now don't tell me you got some baby gangsters up there, honey. It's about to be written all over somebody's face. Somebody think an individual is half crazy when you talk about heaven or the spiritual realm. Shit. Let them think you crazy, honey. When they start hearing that knocking on the wall, I bet you won't be the crazy one. Okay. Spirit has a way of making their presence known. Everybody is different. Those of y'all, even when you just have candles in your house that you just lit just for smell good, your candles start popping, baby. Spirit be speaking. Uh-huh. You just got to take the time to listen. All right. I love you guys. I'll see y'all over at the website. We'll start at 12. Okay. And we're gonna start with uncut. All right. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night. Have a safe holiday weekend and happy Memorial Day. Bye, boo.